Hey guys, Marsingan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. And so today, Dokkan tweeted out another cryptic teaser when it comes to the global Dokkan campaign. It's very interesting that they are doing this, considering they have already announced the dates for the live streams where we will be finding out some of this information. We have one scheduled for the 2nd, which is of course Wednesday. And this will just be, I imagine, quite a short one where they just confirm the theme of the celebration. I think maybe we could see a sneak peek of the card art. Maybe like it'll even just be part of one of the characters' intros, but nothing super major, just like a confirmation of the theme. Maybe, you know, like the name of the celebration and everything, right? And then the big stream is scheduled for the 6th, which is the Dokkan Now. That's obviously the day before the celebration is going to start. And considering the fact that, you know, the data download would have to be not long after that stream, I feel like that's going to be, you know, the Dokkan Now, they're going to just show everything because they don't want stuff to get spoiled by the data download. So that stream on the 6th should show the full card details, should show the animations, all that good stuff, right? So it's interesting that they are still posting teasers. And like anything with the Dokkan teasers, there's a couple of different things that you could potentially draw from this. Although, as you know, the title and the thumbnail will suggest, I think, as many other people do, that this is yet another hint that we are getting a Daima themed celebration, at least for part of it. Honestly, at this point, with the number of hints that we've got, like, I don't see how it could not be Daima at this point. And we'll recap some of those here as well, but this is the post. It's literally just like the New York skyline, and then you've got a sort of pinky red energy vapor, I guess, and then a blue one as well. Now this could be a few different things potentially. If you remove all of the other clues and all of the other context that we've had so far, there's a couple of different things that this could be. And if we take a look at the comments on the post, I mean, we've got our boy Toon, of course, always pushing the Dokkan Fest Zarbon agenda. Because if you put the invert the colors of the image, it's green and red. Not sure where the red necessarily comes from. But yeah, obviously a big one that came to mind that a lot of people have posted is like the Rose and Zamasu. There's the classic Vegeta versus Rose, which would be awesome to get as a new dual Dokkan Fest. But obviously it would be very random for this to be Future Saga after everything that we've had building up to the Global Dokkan campaign so far. We've got our boy Dr. Pritch. I see Super Saiyan 3 eyes going to 4 because it's blue to red, right? We're going to show some of those images here as well. This is, of course, the classic Dokkan dual Dokkan Fest like sort of pairing. Even though they didn't fight each other, for some reason Dokkan loves putting Rose with Vegito Blue. So that's definitely something that this hint could potentially be pointing towards, right? If we didn't have any of the other information that we've got so far. We've got a solo leveling reference, but yeah, there's a couple of replies here that show like some of the different Daima things. There's a really good one, like there's this one with the transformation, where obviously when Goku transforms from Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 for the first time, it's very much blue to red. Like this is what the aura sort of looks like during that transformation as well, which is very similar to that in the image. And of course, one of the clips of Mini Goku fighting Goma is literally this, right, with red and blue. So you could very much take this to be like the hint is supposed to be them like fighting through the sky, like above the city, right? So there's a couple of other ones here. People grasping at straws for like LR Kid Buu and stuff. Rose Vegito Blue, got the Superman reference. Everyone just like, most of the comments are people talking about Daima, people saying we've waited long enough for Daima. And then, yeah, a couple of different things here, like Rose. Goku versus Super 17 would be great. But yeah, it's mostly people reposting. Like even this, right, with the mini Goku, the cool little like upside down flip Kamehameha thing is all very much like red and blue. So I think it's fairly straightforward to say, right, that this is supposed to be a reference to Daima. I mean, there are things it could be, right? Like I say, if we had no other context whatsoever, I definitely do think, because we've seen them as like a dual Dokkan Fest before, that like a Vegito Blue and Rose kind of thing, like I think that might be my first thought if we didn't have all the Daima build up already, and this was just posted randomly as like a hint out of nowhere with no other like clues that we've had so far. I could see that for sure. But yeah, I mean, we can take a closer look at the picture. and then take a look at some of the images that I brought up here. Because the thing, like Dr. Pritchard's comment was saying, obviously we've got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, obviously has the blue eyes, and then when he transforms into the Super Saiyan 4, he has the red eyes. We even have that shot during the transformation of the adult Goku, before he transforms into Super Saiyan 4, where his eyes actually go red. So, I mean, like, again, with all the clues that we've been building up so far, I was very much already on board with this idea that it kind of has to be Daima. I would be very surprised if it was going to be anything else. And there's been a couple of other clues, although some now have been a little bit more explained. Like, this one was a very interesting one the other day. I didn't make a video on it because it came out late in the afternoon for me. This post where I think Toon got a bit confused because, I mean, to be honest, I also don't really use Instagram, so I don't know exactly how it works. But the voice actress for the Daima Kid Goku shared the Dokkan, like, Global Dokkan campaign teaser, like, post. So straight away, this got everybody like, oh, well, I mean, if she shared it, and she's not sharing, like, every Dokkan post or anything, right? So if she shared it, then I guess that means that the, you know, Daima Kid Goku must be for the Global Dokkan campaign. But then, as people were trying to point out in the comments, which again, like, I don't really understand how Instagram works, but apparently somebody else who's just like a random fan tagged her, and the way Instagram works, I guess, is she accepts the post to be shared. So essentially, it's like you could make a post and tag me, and if I click the button, it just allows the post to be shared. But it's not like me sharing it myself, I guess, is how that works. So it's not necessarily as cut and dry as, like, if it was a post that she had made herself, or if she had just, like, reshared the post from the official Dokkan account with no other, like, middleman, like no other person interaction in between, then I guess it would be much more of a concrete, like, thing. But obviously it's not quite that. So this one, I guess, is to be taken with a pinch of salt. But I mean, I'm still listing it under one of the many hints that Daima is going to be Global Dokkan campaign. If it was a direct tweet from her, I think we could say that was like 100% confirmed. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly how this plays in now. And then remember, we've got the countdown screens basically go through the whole of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z all the way up to the end of the Buu Saga, which is of course where Daima then begins shortly after. The special event that's coming out, the challenge event, is versus, like, Goku and Piccolo versus Raditz, which is essentially the very first, like, major fight of Z, and then all the way up to the Goku and Vegeta versus Kid Buu, which is the final fight of Z. Like, you could say that, again, going back to, like, the Vegito and Rose, which I very much don't think it's going to be, of course, but, like, I guess you could say that, like, going through all of Z, like, that then, of course, leads us into Super, but the Trunks arc isn't, like, the first campaign, so the first part of Super, right? So I feel like if they were building up towards, like, a Rose or, like, Future Saga, then the countdown would also include, like, Resurrection of F, Battle of Gods, like, maybe even the, is that the first major arc? I'm actually having huge trouble remembering what the first part of Super even is after the retelling of the movies. Is it just the Future arc? Yeah, I guess it is. But, man, I actually can't even remember. That's crazy. I know there's all, like, the copy Vegeta filler and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I don't think it ties in super well. Now, the one thing that people have said as well is the fact that, like, the countdown images, apart from Corrin, I think technically, are all like Realm of Gods or like mentors or like the build up of Goku, like on his path to getting to that like level of the gods and stuff. Like King Kai technically is like a Realm of Gods, even though he doesn't have his own like solo card. And that does play into the like Rose and Vegito Blue thing as well. This is why I'm saying, like, if there weren't any of these other hints that we'd had so far already, like, I could very much jump on the bandwagon that this was going to be, like, for a new Vegito Blue and Rose. But I think with all of the stuff that we've seen posted in the replies over on this tweet, like, with all these, when you're seeing them actually on the screen yourself, especially this stuff with, like, the blue and pinky red energy, this very clear, like, blue and red, like, part of the fight scene, I feel like this very much has to be Daima, right? And with everything else that we've seen so far... Oh yeah, the other hint that I didn't mention, which I think is part of it, is the fact that obviously the Daima story event has been building up over all this time and has led perfectly to the Global Dokkan campaign being where it reaches the end of the story. And I mean, you could argue that that is just a happy accident, that that's how that turned out. But I feel very much like that was planned because it was leading up to a Daima Global Dokkan campaign. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What do you think this hint is? Are you on board with all the Daima stuff? I think for me, it's pretty much locked in at this point. I will be very, very surprised. I mean, Dokkan always can surprise us. Like, I will never say anything 100%. Like, I can't sit here even now and say, oh, it's 100% Daima, even though I am very, very confident. We're at like 99%. But Dokkan can always play that 1% and surprise you. So it could be something different. But I think this is just another, like, nail in the coffin. Like, it is Daima, right? But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. As I say, without any of the previous clues, I'd be straight on board of this being like a Vegito Blue and Rose teaser, but let me know what you guys think about that as well down below in the comment section. Let me know all your thoughts on Daima as a theme for the GDC, what you thought of it in general. I think it's like, it's about time, right? We don't want another Beast scenario where Dokkan's like the only game that doesn't have, although it might already be, right? Because Legends has Daima stuff, Sparking has like... Does Sparking have the Goku and Vegeta yet? I can't remember. But yeah, it's going to be one of those things where Dokkan seems to always be behind with this stuff, which is a little bit annoying. But either way, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.